I'm here. I'm sorry I'm late. It turns out we can't feed Fred dry food too much all at once because he will puke it right up. So we just cleaned up some of Fred puke and we just gave him his Flovent. And today we have discovered that he has a new talent where we will give him the Flovent, put the mask on to administer the Flovent, and he can surprisingly still meow with discontent through that mask. Aaron kept cracking up, and I was just like, buddy, if you want this to be over with, you gotta not meow and suck it in. So, welcome to Saturday. It is very hot, so I am in our living / bedroom right now because this is where we have the AC. And I'm gonna try to do some exercises before I go shower and go to sleep because tomorrow I have to wake up very, very early to make a trek out to Brooklyn to meet up with my food director who is leaving Delish. So this will be her last weekend in New York City, and the food team is meeting up at Bagel Pub in Brooklyn, which is going to be a 2.5-hour walk from me, and they decided to do a breakfast gathering at 9:30 a.m. So I will be leaving my house at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Wish me luck. I have an alarm set for 6. I hope I can actually wake up at 6 so that I can get out of the door by 7 and scooch my butt over to some bagels in Brooklyn. But not the one in Carroll Gardens, Nez. I believe this is the one in like Crown Heights-ish area. I think they have 2. Hi, Cece. And I'm probably only going to be walking there and taking the subway back, but I have been trying to minimize my public transport. It's still so crowded on the subways, and I never really feel very comfortable riding them. There's no way to socially distance, and yes, everybody has masks on, but it's still just like all closed air circulation, and strangers all up in my face is not a feeling that I ever enjoyed, and after this 1.5 years, it is a feeling that I no longer want to expose myself to if I can avoid it. So good luck me. And I don't bike, unfortunately. I don't know how to bike, and biking is really scary in the city, and I truly feel like if I had to bike anywhere substantial, I would end up dying smacked against a city bus or a very angry driver. So not a chance I'm willing to take. Yes, I can take an Uber, but it's just not me, girl. I don't take car rides anywhere unless a friend is driving me out to like go to a group hangout. I don't ever really use Ubers or Lyfts. It's just not me. Yeah, and an Uber from this part of Queens to that part of Brooklyn is going to be like $40 probably. So I'm gonna put on some lip balm and let's fucking do some exercises. You guys got any movements you want me to do? Let's do them. And I'm gonna try to do it for like, I don't know, half an hour, we'll see. I've never done workout with people before on a live, so this is gonna be really weird and awkward. Oh well. I'm also gonna get some water. Did you leave Fred to eat in the dark? Aaron, poor Fred is eating in the dark. You turned the light.
I think I just did that out of habit. He doesn't seem to mind. Cats
Poor
can see
Fred.
cats
Poor
can see the
Fred.
dark, anyways.
So I will move this computer over here, and I will pop up my chat box somehow. Pop out chat. Wonderful. I'm gonna full screen this. I'm going to swatch on. Stephanie, look at the description box. It's 9 p.m. here, so we're not going to do any jumping. It's going to be low impact all the way. I don't want my neighbor to get angry at me for one more reason. Aline, I do have resistance bands, but unfortunately 2 of them broke. So I only have very limited resistances. There's like super easy resistance, and then there's like one really, really hard one. Ooh, workout tunes. That's a great idea, Nez. I'll drop a playlist, but let me get my headphones on. Let's see our tunes. Okay, I'll do a plank hold while we're picking out our music. I guess I could just put on my workout playlist. That sounds good. Nez, I can't get copyrighted. right, that was one song. So I'm gonna take a break. Also need water. Pretzels and hummus sound great. Next exercise, guys. Hit me with it. V-ups. All right, okay. Ooh, and Russian twists? Okay. Next exercise, please. Oh, the Robin song just came on. Yeah, they get really sweaty. These are really not good for working out in. Squats. All right. Squats and push-ups it is. song. Next exercise, please. Scooch. S'il vous plaît. Merci beaucoup, monsieur. Close down my chat. Oh boy. Kettlebell swings or curtsy lunges. Why not both? Linda, you have a life. It just involves me working out right now.
Is anybody working out with you?
Yes, Aaron?
Is anybody working out with you?
I can't hear you.
Okay.
You're gonna have to chat me. Alright, new song. Next set of exercises, please, coaches. Aaron, what were you trying to say to me?
I was wondering if anybody is working out with you.
I don't know, is anybody working out with me? Ooh! Thomas is! What up, girl? Wow, Missy Elliott just came on. Y'all better give me some really good exercises for this song. Don't let it go to waste.
give me an exercise, please? Oh my god, diamond push-ups. Holy shit. Do we only have diamond push-ups? Roll with Fred. Glute bridge or dolphin push-ups? Flutters. Mountain climbers. Wow, okay. I'm sorry, I'm blocking Fred. All right, diamonds. I'm not going to be able to do very many. Excuse me, Fred. Thank you. Oh, that song just ended. And now it's Kendrick. So I need new exercises. I probably work out harder with you guys watching, sure. What's my next exercises, guys? We have Mr. Kendrick Lamar. Burpees. I will not be cooking today. I am showering and sleeping right after this.
I'll be good today, bro. You there?
Fred only tries to steal my yoga mat. He doesn't try to play. New song, guys. I don't know what song this is, but I need new exercises. If you're ready to give them to me. This is going great. Ooh. Hi, Aaron. Whew. Boxing freestyle. Haven't boxed in like a year and 4 months. Truly. I don't even have the positions right anymore.
Right there.
Sit-ups, lunges. What? One leg squat? You trying to break my knee? Do you see this? Wait, let me tell you what song this is. This is Take Us to the Grave. Oh yeah. That sounds like the right title for a single leg squat. How about a squat into a lunge then?
How's your day, bro? Can you hear me?
Lost count. Was that 7 or 8? Don't know. I'm gonna say one more. Woo! I am also never motivated to work out. Why do you think I'm here, guys? So props to you for making me work out. All good, Thomas. It's one of the best exercises for me to challenge myself with on the days that my knees can handle it. Some days they can't. You for sure are motivating me. That's why I'm here. I am not able to do splits. I actually cracked my hip a little bit a couple of years back trying to do a split, so I'm not gonna attempt that again on these old bones. That was nature telling me your time is up, so stop testing the limits. New song is Childhood Dreams on the playlist. Woo! Reverse crunches. Where are those? Oh. Okay. I actually hate reverse push-ups, but I do like these. They're not a push-up really. They're more of a core exercise. It's basically a kind of like a retracted L sit. So I'm going to skip the reverse crunches because I don't want to flash y'all with my butt. But that is a very good exercise and I do like doing those. It's actually really cool if you know exercise names because then you can make yourself these cards. This was something that I made maybe a couple of years ago off of retired menus from a restaurant that I used to work at. And I just wrote exercise names on them. And when I don't feel like committing to a workout video, I just pick out anywhere from 4 to 9 of these cards and I lay them out in a row and I just try to cycle through some of them. Could be really fun for you to like just blind pick some exercises for you to do. And the best thing is you control the deck, so you put in here what you feel comfortable doing. All right. Tai Chi. I don't know how to. I also feel like I'm not Asian and old enough to do Tai Chi. And we are on the new workout plan by Mr. Kanye West on the playlist right now. My knee is okay for right now. Lunges, okay. Samosa and crispy potato sound amazing. I think it's time for some upper body.
Yeah, it's been, they can sleep once in a while. Can you hear me?
Crunches. I saw deadlifts. Leg lifts on the yoga wall. That sounds very dangerous, Laura. I don't think I can balance that. It did not rain today. It was very cloudy and humid. It was over 90 degrees. Aaron and I took a walk to Astoria to meet our friend Peter and Patrick. We ate some stuff, and then we walked back, and it was very hot. We have not stretched yet. Would we like to stretch? I think I saw calf raises earlier. Sorry, I was blocking Fred. My toes curl up when I'm doing deadlifts because I tend to shift my weight to my heels a lot more. I think you're supposed to be pretty much flat-footed when you're doing deadlifts, but yeah, I tried to shift my weight all in my heels. If I shift my weight towards my heels, I feel the pull on my hamstrings a little bit better. So that's just how I got to do my deadlifts. Oh, I see, Laura. Gotcha. Yeah, working out in the summer is very rough, but thankfully we have an AC now. Lena, workout terms come with time. If you take any video classes online or go in person, you slowly just accumulate them. I certainly didn't know it all when I first started. We are now on Feel It Still by Portugal the Man on the playlist. How long have we been going? 40 minutes. That's pretty good. Let's stretch. Yay! Thanks, guys. All right,
For what?
I'm just gonna put my feet together,
For what?
pull them closer into my crotch. We are not meeting Aaron tonight, unless he wants to. Come say hi, but he's very deep in the game right now. Serious games. I too love the earlier stuff better. It was much less poppy, a lot more raw, a lot more fuck the system, but also still very beautiful and poetic. Their lyrics are pretty awesome. But yeah, they did take a very, they took a poppy turn, and that's when they got big. So, unfortunately, the taste of the masses, what can we say? Have a good dinner, Lena. Tricep stretch, toe touches, downward dog. Yes, chef. Some lunges do, David. Some lunges don't. That's why I try not to move my feet too much when I'm doing my lunges. Stepping back and stepping forward really hurt. You just gotta work with your body. Ooh, I love this song. I believe we are on an Annie song called Antonio. One of my favorite songs. I didn't watch Eurovision. I missed it. Who won? Do we know who won? Aaron, they love your keyboard. It's giving people very ASMR tingles.
Excellent.
I haven't read any good books. I don't really read much, unfortunately. Ooh, Eurovision is on YouTube. East of Eden. I wish I were more studious as an English major. Chocolate chip cookies with peanut butter and chickpeas is definitely a good workout for your intestines. I look forward to that. Willie, that's a very intense sounding song. Is it a bop, as Naz would say? Christina, I feel you so hard. This is, I feel like I can do a pretty solid 100-degree split, but no more than that, so slightly bigger than a right angle. Now we are on the Grimes song. This might be the only Grimes song that I like. Guys, what is your favorite bagel order? What should I get tomorrow at the bagel shop? Scallion cream cheese. Okay, so I am just gonna say that I never, ever, unless somebody else is paying for it, I never pay for cream cheese at bagel shops. It's just too much. I looked up the menu for the bagel place that I'm going tomorrow. I think a single plain, like unbuttered, untoasted, uncream cheese bagel is like either $165 or $185. And then if you add cream cheese, plain cream cheese on top of that, it's like $2 or $3. If you add flavored cream cheese on top of that, it's like $4 extra. And I'm just like, no. I refuse to spend $5 on bread, on a single bagel. I just cannot. I cannot do it. I'll take the bagel, I'll eat it plain, I'll save a little bit, I'll come home, I'll toast the other half myself, and then I'll put some cream cheese on top of it myself. I'm just not gonna do it. I can't do it. It's just so outrageous. Bye, Liza. Yeah, one scallion costs 20 cents. And one block of cream cheese costs anywhere from $2 to $4. Granted, a lot of New York City bagel shops puts like a whole 6 ounce of cream cheese on theirs, so I guess that justifies the price somewhat, but I also personally don't want that much cream cheese on my bagel. I want like 1/3 of the cream cheese that they put on there. I still want to taste the bread. I don't want to just be tasting a whole mouthful of cream cheese, which, you know, I like, but not when I'm trying to taste the bagel. But that's the thing about whipped cream cheese is you can buy the cream cheese, soften it to room temperature, and whip it at home yourself. Because whipped cream cheese just means less cream cheese with more air whipped into it. Yeah. Would you like some bagel with this cream cheese? I've never made proper bagels. Maybe that should be my next project. Mackenzie has a really good recipe for homemade bagels on Delish. I've never attempted homemade bagels, mainly because I feel like bread never tastes as good after they've been frozen, and if I were to make bagels, I would probably make a lot of them, and then it's just Aaron and me, and we wouldn't really eat it all, so it's just not worth it for me. Maybe if I take a very long vacation, a staycation, I'll make some bagels. Bagels are too much work, indeed. That is why I'm willing to pay for them, but I'm not willing to pay for the cream cheese. I love pretzels, but I think pretzels freeze even worse than bagels do, so maybe I'll just make like a tiny batch of pretzels and make mini pretzels. But I love pretzels. I might actually love a well done pretzel more than I love a well done bagel. Jury is out on that, but they are very similar processes, and because the pretzel is pretty soft throughout and the bagel is a little bit crustier and crispier on the outside, and I'm personally a soft bread person, I would opt for a pretzel. If you made me choose between a really good pretzel or a really good bagel for the rest of my life, I would probably go pretzel. Melody, I don't know where you live, but that sounds ridiculous. Do you not have like freezer aisle bagel? I remember when I was in middle school, I used to buy these really cheap bags of Lender's frozen bagels, and they would be like 6 mini bagels in a sleeve, and if they go on sale, they would be like $1 or $1.50 for the whole sleeve. Not a pretzel stick or a pretzel bun, like a soft pretzel, like a Philadelphia soft pretzel. They're so good. They're so good, guys. Hi, Hannah. Yeah, pretzel crackers are fine. I love them with a little bit of peanut butter, but I would never make them. They're so cheap to come in a bag. Ooh, I wish I knew how to make pretzels well enough to teach you, but I'm a noob, and you would not want to learn how to make pretzels with June, because there are far better and more qualified people out there to learn from. Annalisa, thank you for working out with me. That was very fun. I can see by the viewer count that it was not as appealing as my normal shoot the crap, cook some shit content, but I really enjoyed this, so, you know, I feel like we should do this again because it motivates me to work out, and y'all can order me around and y'all can join too. Or just sit there and eating delicious snacks and letting me know what you're eating. That's great too. Yes, it's Saturday, but also I think the world is going back to normal. Whatever that means. There's a lot more people in restaurants today when I went out. That's just how people are moving. I don't know if we're due for yet another wave of COVID infections, but I think people are just trying to sneak their fun in while they can, and it certainly looked like we're in full social swing again. I have not had a good egg bagel, Nicole. And yes, this is Fred. His paw is so soft. Christina, I love that.
was a good wine. I love being ordered around, you know? It takes the choice out of my hands and it gives me fewer options and therefore less anxiety. It works out. Yeah, true that. If you get lye solution on your hands, it will burn. When I worked at Alon, the menu cards that you saw me use earlier, we made a lot of pretzels and we dipped them all in lye solution. And even though I use gloves, there would be times that it would splatter accidentally onto my arm. And yeah, it burns. So, very dangerous chemical. Decision fatigue is a very real thing. A psychology professor at my college named Barry Schwartz wrote a whole book about the paradox of choice and how when we go to stores, we think it's a good thing to have like a whole aisle of cereal to choose from, but it's like the more we look at the boxes and our options, the less happy we become because we're always thinking like, oh, what if I got another box? Like, wouldn't that box have been better or more delicious? And it makes us feel a lot more regret and a lot more anxiety the next time we have to make a choice because we're constantly fearing that we're always making the wrong choice. So choice is not always good, and freedom is not all that free. Fred is just exhausted because he threw up earlier. We gave him some dry kibble. Not a whole lot, actually. Just like this much dry kibble, like in a little takeout sauce container, half filled, and he ate it, and then he threw it all up. So I don't think we can give him dry kibbles on their own anymore. He hasn't been able to keep it down for the last few times that I've given it to him. So
Can you hear me?
I feel like if I do give him dry kibble, it'll have to be in like treat-sized 3 to 5 kibble max every time. So. It is so unnecessary to have such choices available to us. It's really just an illusion to make you feel like you have agency when you really don't have the ability to decide on the greater stuff in our society. All these small choices of what you can wear, what you can buy, what you can eat, what you can consume is just all a distraction and a placeholder for the fact that you actually don't have any decision-making power in how things are structured. So,
Hello.
it's bullshit.
Testing. Testing.
I haven't added water to soften the kibble because I intend for them to be treats. I put them in these little toys that I made for him so that he can bat it around a little bit. There's still 1 kibble in there. But he woke up when he heard the kibble. But basically I cut a hole on top and I cut a hole on the bottom and I just pop in some treats. But when I fill it too much, he'll just eat it all. Bye, Fred. I think he went to the kitchen with Aaron because he probably thinks Aaron is gonna feed him more shit. Cat gummies. What are cat gummies? Listen, I can make my own bone broth, thank you very much. I'm not paying for bone broth for my cat, Jesus Christ. Yes, we are adopting Fred. It's not been finalized yet. I don't quite know when we're gonna finalize it, but we're basically de facto adopting Fred. And the agency thinks he's around 10 years old. We're not sure. Yeah. I'll just have to make some bone broth that's plain and without any flavoring. If I leave the bone broth making to Aaron, he will chalk it up with spices and everything else. That is not kitty friendly. Breakup advice? I think breakup advice is truly dependent on your circumstances. I don't know what kind of heartbreak you're suffering. I don't know how long the relationship was. I don't know the circumstances under which you broke up. So it's very hard for me to give any sort of advice. And not to say even if I knew all the circumstances of your breakup, I would be able to give you advice that would comfort you. Breakups are hard. Breakups of any kind are hard, not just romantic ones. Breaking up with yourself, your past self, is hard. That's something that I'm going through right now. I mean, it's not really advice, but the only thing that I've been able to do is simply to feel it. Just feel the sadness, cry. If you can have the space to go in the woods and fucking scream. I screamed today. I told Aaron, get the fuck out of the apartment because I want to scream. And he was like, I don't need to leave the apartment. I'm ready to be here when you scream. I'm like, okay, because the last time I screamed, I almost killed you and gave you a heart attack. So I screamed, and he was like, I'm very impressed. And I'm like, please don't talk about my screams. I don't need your opinion of how I screamed. But screaming helps me. It might not help you. Crying helps me. Talking about it helps. Anything that helps me expel it outside of my brain helps. Keeping it inside, suffering alone, kind of regurgitating memories and regrets and the what ifs, those hurt the most. But if you have someone who you can talk it out with, that would be great. And Fred is going to eat the remaining kibble. He's thinking about it. Aren't you, Fred? You didn't puke enough yet, dude?
I didn't have game audio. I came. But I guess the Discord thing wasn't me.
Yeah, breaking up with a best friend of 20 years, that, damn. That
It
is,
seems stable now, 'cause
that is rough.
what did
Jeff, your son is a grown man.
I do?
He can make decisions for himself. I give him fair warning.
I bumped up the memory voltage. What are you talking about, Jude?
What?
What are you talking about?
Jeff says, please don't kill my son
Why would you kill me?
by screaming and giving you a heart attack.
I mean, that's just what you do. It's fine.
Wow, Emily, a break room sounds fucking fantastic.
Jeff's fries looked good. From Trio. That is.
Fred is such a baby. You're such a baby. You're such a baby. A baby who likes to walk on my laptop and show you his butthole. Oh my god, Fred. Well, I guess I'm going to use my phone. Stress balls don't help me. I'm just not going to give him kibble for a while because he's been doing great with wet food, so that's it. Fred, where's your ball? Do you want to play? Would that amuse you?
What are you up to today, bro?
Can you move off of my laptop, Cat? Please?
Do you still do your kickball? Was I going to show up actually, to practice with him?
Thank you.
That's fun. Just like Patrick, bro.
30-minute meal ideas. I believe Rachel Ray did a whole thing about that for years.
I'll stay. Ready.
Fred is very soft, especially around the parts of his head where the fur from the ringworm is finally growing back in. He's like a baby fur right there. The rest of his body is nice and soft too, but just around his head is the softest bit. I'm glad you're enjoying these, Bethany. Makes me feel much less self-conscious about putting out a live stream where I'm just working out. But I truly don't have the energy to do much for these live streams on Sundays, but I do feel like some folks like the company, so might as well just do what I was going to do anyway with my life and put it out on the internet. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? No, probably not. Probably not a good idea. This will probably get me into trouble at some point down the road, but I don't like to think ahead. So, here we are. Hi, Jess. I don't hate beets. I like beets. I like pickled beets more. I don't like eating beets straight. I love beets sliced, roasted and sliced and put into a salad with some goat cheese. Absolutely delicious. You gotta pair it with some fats or some strong acidity because the flavor of beets can be very earthy and dirt-like and a little bit salty, so. I don't have any rice cookers, but oh yeah. Fred jumped onto my phone once and ow, that was my foot, buddy. I have a bunny on my hands. Instant pots are nice. I don't have one though. He's a strong little cat. Maybe I'll turn loud and over the top.
That's a dumb strategy. We should try to.
Don't put it past me. Fred, you're making a lot of noise. You're making more noise than I think I made while working out. Are you being considerate of our neighbors? I know you want to play, buddy, but... No, I didn't have a lot of relationships before. I identify as pretty asexual, so romantic relationships are not really ever that big of a priority in my life. Yeah, Jeff, I can change the light color, but this is the brightest one. If I change the color now, you guys won't be able to see me or Fred. Okay, Stewie, I'm sorry you have the worst toothache. I feel like you're better off making bone broth in pressure cooker, instant pot of some sort, because Jesus Christ. Wow. Because in order to extract the flavor and the fattiness and the marrow from the bones, you really need some sort of like intense heat. And I feel like crock pots can get very hot, but I'm truly not sure how the flavor would come out. I haven't had a lot of good experiences with crock pots. I feel like they tend to suck the flavor out of a lot of meat dishes. So. Yeah, Instant Pots are really versatile. So if you're not sure if you want to buy a gadget for your kitchen, but you want to cook more, I feel like Instant Pots are pretty multi-purpose and they can be very helpful to have on hand. They have a lot of different settings. You can make a lot of different stuff with it. I would not recommend taking up space with a crock pot, honestly. Just not worth it.
Use a stone. I never use stones.
Delish has a beet pickled eggs recipe, actually. It's pretty good. I love it. Beet pickled eggs are eggs that are pretty much dyed a pink color on the white side. So it's a very beautiful, colorful transition, and they can be a little bit vinegary because they are indeed pickled in a vinegar solution that is dyed with the natural coloring from the beet. Oh, okay. Bye, Fred. Chickpea recipes. A lot of people have told me that they really like the General Tso's chickpeas, so I would give that one a try first. I feel like the aquafaba mousse was really delicious in terms of desserts. Very low maintenance too. And I mean, the desserts were fine. I think the cookie dough was very interesting. I also really like the biscotti. I ate all of it in like 2 days. Hi, Labiba.
Walk to Astoria. Wait, June to meet.
3 spices you couldn't live without. Hey, Aaron, did you still want to try the beer tonight or save it for tomorrow?
Let's do tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. Had some good blend. Some blend. I think prison wasn't good.
I like.
Afghan food for maybe the first time today.
I really like cumin.
Afghan.
I don't know. It's really hard. I also really like coriander. Cumin and coriander also pair together beautifully. Aaron would say he loves Sichuan peppercorn, but for me, if I only had 3 spices, I don't think I would go that route. Probably cinnamon. I feel like cinnamon is delightfully versatile in terms of both savory and sweet. So, the 3 C's for my spices.
Come on,
I like
let's
buying
add
whole
quarters of
coriander,
that.
toasting it myself, and then grinding it to a powder. I've not had shark fin melon, no.
A domination or ground war, just like objective game modes.
Fred, are you done playing?
Yeah, demolition's the best.
I think he's done playing. I think I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go shower, and then I'm gonna go to sleep, and then I'm gonna wake up at 6 to go walk to Brooklyn. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Happy freaking
Yeah.
Saturday. Have a awesome Sunday. We bought a beer today in Astoria, so maybe Aaron will taste that tomorrow on stream. Hi, babe. Oh, well, I thought we were gonna cuddle, but he's just gonna lick his butthole. That's a great ending. Good night, y'all.